Hey everyone, I hope you had a great week and you are enjoying your summer. I thought maybe we would have a higher read on the blog and the video newsletter this week if I was to go over the news with you and have a quick look at what's been happening. So essentially, we've had a strong spring market. I'm just going to share my screen here. And that's a good thing. So the Victoria real estate market has been quite strong. We are seeing that the sales numbers in terms of properties sold in June, we actually had more this year in June than we did last year. So we're up, but we're also down from last month. And we're seeing a more traditional sales trend with these seasons. And if you want to see the full document, when you click through the blog here, there's a 30-page document. And it goes into quite a bit more detail. And it talks about our sales numbers of single family and of condos and of townhomes and so on. And the HPI indicator, 1.3 for the single family, 573 for the condos, and 837 for the townhomes. And again, this is quite a lengthy document. I've tried to highlight some of it in here. And I look here at the kind of the month over month trends. So this would be the change from May of this year to June of this year kind of thing. So our listings are down. Our new listings are down, but our overall inventory picture is looking better. Number of sales slightly down, average price. And our sale to listing ratio is down, and our average days of market stayed the same at 34. And then when we look here a little bit at our benchmark pricing, this is for all the different property types based on color. So the red would be the single family dwelling. This is the combined, all the areas. And so for what we're seeing here is an upward trend at this point in all of them. Essentially, this looks almost to be leveling out. Our sales to active listing ratio has kind of dropped a little bit in this past month, but we are still above the 20%, which makes it still technically a seller's market, just not as extreme as what we had seen in the past. Let's say this would be February 2022, where we were 120%, which was just extraordinary at that time when we were quite high all before. But you can see this has been a different trend. Kind of went back to a bit more of a seller's market, and it's edging now again towards buyers. And then we look at the benchmark pricing of the single family year over year. And we're seeing again in a 12-month differential across the board, we are below. These are all negatives. And down to 13.9 here, 8.7, and that's based on the different areas. Okay, so you can see kind of which part is relevant for you. This is condos, and we're seeing the similar thing, all kind of a 12-month decline year over year. So we've got a bit of information here on, curing cabinet clutter, our current interest rates. We have some searching here for you. We've got the just listed, the open houses. I've included a new market report. This can be done by area. So any of the 13 municipalities this can be run for, but I ran one as an example to show you. It'll show you living square footage, price, cost per square foot, days on market, and so on. And you can search by the area that you're in. And we've got some featured homes here for you. You might want to take a look at that. If any of those catch your eye. And then in terms of the news, we did have quite a lot. I'll try to summarize it best I can, but essentially we're waiting now to see what happens with interest rates. It looks like it might come up again. Victoria's approved some residential towers here, 21 stories. The market in general in Victoria is weathering the storm quite well with respect to these interest rates and the low inventory. We've got the strong demand. So it's kind of cushioned in Victoria to some extent, and on the island, it's such a desirable place to be. We've got some more information here about the Belleville terminal with some money coming here, made a commitment from the federal government. There's some cell range troubles here on Highway 14. We had the parade. I guess that's kind of old news now. A little bit late running this video here. We've got the home renovations that can help people stay in their home. There's some ideas if that's something that's interesting to you or someone in your family. Good news on the doctor front. We've got some critics there with some other thoughts on that. And on and on. We've got more information here if you need an electrician. We've got a link out for some ideas there, what to look for during a property inspection. Again, labor shortage is in the news. Similar themes here, kind of repeating some of this stuff. It seems to talk about it again and again each week. More information about that first home savings account and so on. So if you want to check out what's happened in the news this week, there you have it. And if you have any questions about the value of your home, or you have other real estate related questions, feel free to drop me a line. I'd be happy to look at your situation and take a look at your specific neighborhood, run the stats and so on, look at valuation more specifically, if that's something that's interesting to you, or we can also set up a home search. So I'll include some links below if either of those things are of interest to you, and I'll look forward to maybe seeing you next week. Thanks for tuning in.